Imagine a world where life revolves around ancient traditions, where men eat monkeys after hunting with handcrafted bows, and where multiple wives are part of the daily family rhythm. Welcome to the fascinating world of the Hadzabe tribe, one of the last remaining hunter-gatherer societies on Earth. In this travel documentary, we take you deep into the heart of Africa to discover how these resilient people survive in harmony with nature, hunting for food, collecting honey from treetops, and maintaining complex family relationships. Their way of life is something few have ever seen, but today you will witness it firsthand. This is not just another travel story, but a raw and honest look at a world that is rapidly disappearing. Watch until the end to be inspired and enlightened by the unique culture of the Hadzabe people. Don't forget to like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe for more exciting adventures. You won't want to miss a single moment of this incredible journey. It's hard to believe that in today's modern society, there exists a tribe that, for over 10,000 years, has continued to rely on Mother Earth for survival. They do not farm or raise livestock, and even to make fire, they spend an entire day rubbing two stones together for friction, steadfastly refusing to use a lighter. But anyone who has had the chance to visit the shores of Lake Yasi in northern Tanzania would witness firsthand the daily life of the Hadza tribe. Here, men have more than 10 wives at the same time, and how they share their affection with all of their wives in a day is perhaps something no one fully understands. This peculiar tribe is fascinating, so grab some popcorn and take a seat as I take you through the surprising life of the Hadza people. Nestled in the lush, biodiverse region of Lake Yasi in Tanzania, the Hadza tribe has carved out an extraordinary existence for thousands of years. They've developed incredible skills for hunting and gathering, all while maintaining a deep, respectful relationship with nature. Their lifestyle offers a rare glimpse into a world where survival and sustainability are perfectly balanced. The Hadza live in small family groups, moving across the land based on the availability of resources. When it comes to hunting, the Hadza men aren't just skilled, they are highly specialized. Instead of reaching for your phone to check Instagram in the morning, they grab a bow and arrow, ready to hunt their breakfast. Their hunting targets include animals like small antelopes, wild boars, and birds. It's a system of skill and persistence, where every meal is earned through hard work and dedication to their craft. One of the most fascinating aspects of their lifestyle is their partnership with hunting dogs. These dogs are not just companions, they play a crucial role in the hunt. If a dog becomes unable to continue due to illness or weakness, the tribe has a deep understanding of nature's cycle and ensures that nothing is wasted. In line with their belief in survival and sustainability, the Hadza ensure that every resource has a purpose. To fully understand their perspective, you have to appreciate the Hadza's worldview. They believe that nature provides everything necessary for survival, and in return, they honor and respect the natural order by ensuring that nothing is taken for granted. The Hadza people of Tanzania are one of the last hunter-gatherer tribes on Earth, and they live in shelters you wouldn't believe. These temporary homes are made from branches and leaves, and the Hadza can build or dismantle them in a matter of hours. Why? Because they move often, always on the lookout for their next source of food. This nomadic lifestyle keeps them closely connected to nature, something we rarely see today. Pretty wild, right? How would you feel living in such a temporary home, knowing you might need to move any day? Let me know what you think in the comments. Unlike the hierarchies we're familiar with, the Hadza have no permanent leaders. They value equality, and every decision is made collectively. Everyone, regardless of age or gender, has a voice. It's a system based on cooperation and respect, a far cry from the rigid structures many of us experience. Forget the year-end hustle. We're all too familiar with that frantic race in late December to tie up loose ends before the clock strikes midnight. For the Hadza, time flows in a completely different way. No clocks, no calendars, no deadlines. When the sun stands high in the sky, it signals time for work or hunting. When the moon is full, it could mean a time to gather for dancing, or, even better, another opportunity to hunt. The shifting seasons are what set the pace of their lives, not a ticking clock or calendar. You won't find anyone stressed about missing a productivity goal or frantically paying bills before they're due. It makes you wonder, could they be onto something? Without the constant pressure of schedules and deadlines, they seem to have more time to truly live. If there were no women, the Hadza tribe might not have survived to this day. And before delving into their significant contributions, I have a 10-second request for all of you. If you can help us out, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to us. In return, we promise to keep making this show even better for you. Among the Hadza tribe, the women are the true backbone of the community, taking on vital roles that ensure the tribe's survival and well-being. They are the expert gatherers, responsible for finding and collecting food for the group. These women know exactly which plants are safe to eat, which ones have medicinal properties, and where to find them all without modern technology or maps. This essential knowledge keeps the tribe not only fed but also healthy, as it provides a balanced and varied diet. What's more, many of the plants they collect have healing properties, serving as natural medicine for the tribe. But their role doesn't stop there. Hadza women also take care of the children and manage household tasks, essentially keeping the daily life of the tribe running like clockwork. The cooperation between men and women in the Hadza tribe is key to their way of life. While the men hunt, the women ensure that everything else, from food gathering to caregiving, is taken care of. A true partnership that has allowed this ancient society to thrive for thousands of years. All right, let's dive back into that fascinating topic of having 10 wives. Yes, you heard it right. Among the Hadza people of Tanzania, it's possible for a man to have more than 10 wives. But hold on, before you jump to conclusions, let me break it down. In Hadza culture, polygamy isn't about showing off wealth or status. It's deeply rooted in survival and cooperation. Life on the savannah is harsh, and having multiple wives isn't just a choice, it's a necessity. More wives mean more hands to help with essential tasks like gathering food, raising children, and maintaining the well-being of the entire community. Each wife plays a vital role, and together they form what you could call a survival squad. There's a catch, though. To even be considered for this lifestyle, a man must have proven hunting skills and the leadership abilities to provide for not just one family, but several. And let's face it, with that many wives, he's definitely never going to run out of things to do or people to chat with. And what if I told you that having 10 wives is considered few in some countries where there is no limit on the number of wives? Having 100 wives is normal. So how do these men balance their emotions with 100 wives? We've spent our youth exploring this, and it only takes 2 seconds for you to click on our video. 10 countries where men can have many wives. Most in the world, 100 wives is normal. So, what are you waiting for? Watch it now. In the fascinating world of the Hadza tribe, marriages are often by families, but here's the twist. Both the bride and groom must give their full consent. Once a couple decides to tie the knot, it's tradition for the groom's family to offer gifts to the bride's family. These gifts, ranging from food and honey to handmade tools, serve as a token of respect and appreciation, strengthening the bond between families. Although polygamy is allowed within the Hadza culture, most men have just one wife, and the concept of the nuclear family remains the norm. So, despite what you might expect, monogamy is quite common in this unique community. When it comes to the wedding ceremony, it's a vibrant affair filled with dancing, singing and communal celebrations. There aren't any fancy wedding dresses or tuxes. Brides and grooms proudly wear their traditional animal skin garments. After the wedding, roles within the family are clearly defined, but there's a spirit of cooperation. Men continue their vital tasks of hunting and safeguarding the family, while women focus on gathering food and caring for the children. However, make no mistake, both roles are equally valued and seen as critical to the survival of the tribe. Have you ever wondered how the Hadza people, one of the last hunter-gatherer tribes in the world, managed to find water in one of the most challenging environments on Earth? These ingenious people source water from a variety of natural reserves, such as streams, natural wells, and hidden underground springs. One of their techniques is to dig deep into the dry riverbeds, unearthing underground water in a slow and labor-intensive process. The water they collect is often stored in simple, eco-friendly containers made from hollowed-out gourds or tree bark. But water isn't the only challenge. They also rely on their environment for food. Their diet includes roots, tubers, wild fruits, honey, and various meats, even those from animals not commonly found on our dinner plates, such as porcupines. While these creatures are typically seen in wildlife documentaries, They are a valuable food source for the hadza. The hadza hunt a range of animals, from smaller species like rodents to larger prey such as antelopes. In times of scarcity, they also rely on insects and reptiles as crucial sources of nutrition, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. What do you think of the hadza's resourcefulness in surviving such a harsh environment? Could you imagine eating things like porcupines or insects? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So, how do the hadza handle transactions? Do they use money? Well, the answer will surprise you. Traditionally, the hadza people don't rely on money at all. Their system of exchange is built on something far more personal, sharing and bartering. You just ask for it, and in return, you offer what you have. This not only strengthens the bonds within their community, but also ensures that no one is left without the essentials. However, today, some hadza have begun to engage in monetary exchanges, especially with neighbouring communities and at local markets. For instance, they might sell beautiful handmade baskets or intricate jewellery. Another interesting development is their participation in community-based tourism, where curious visitors are welcome to learn about their culture and way of life. The money they earn from these activities converted into US dollars, by the way, helps them buy items they can't find in the wild, such as modern clothing or essential metal tools. When it comes to hunting, the Hadza people of Tanzania use handcrafted bows and arrows, a tradition passed down through generations. These bows are made from resilient acacia wood, and their arrows can have tips crafted from either metal or bone. But hunting in Hadza culture is far from random. It requires incredible patience, deep knowledge of animal behavior, and precise timing. Hadza men move like shadows in the forest, quietly tracking their prey. They interpret nature's clues like subtle footprints, broken branches, and even signs left by animals. Each step they take is intentional, every movement deliberate. When they finally spot an animal, they wait patiently, sometimes for hours, until the right moment comes to act. Their success isn't about force, but rather precision. One carefully aimed shot often determines whether they return with food or not. During these group hunts, their coordination is almost like a well-rehearsed dance. They use subtle signals, like hand gestures or low whistles, to communicate and synchronize their efforts. Interestingly, the full moon plays an essential role in their hunts. The moonlight illuminates the savanna, allowing them to track animals without artificial light. It's like nature providing its own spotlight, guiding them through the night. For most of us, a full moon might just mean a restless night or a picturesque photo, but for the Hadza, it's a crucial moment they can't afford to miss. There's something almost poetic about their nighttime hunts. It's as though nature itself provides the perfect backdrop for their way of life. For the Hadza, honey is not just a sweet treat, it's a crucial source of energy and nutrition, on par with the importance of hunting. But this golden treasure doesn't come easily. In fact, obtaining it is nothing short of a true adventure. The Hadza rely on the honey-guide bird to locate hidden beehives in tall savanna trees. With courage and skill, they climb without safety gear, enduring bee stings as they use simple tools to extract the honey, valuing every drop despite the pain. Did you know that honey provides up to 80% of the Hadza's caloric intake during certain times of the year? The energy-rich sweetness not only sustains them but also acts as a vital source of nutrients, especially in months when hunting yields are low. But there's more to the story. The Hadza don't see bees as mere insects. To them, bees are sacred protectors of nature's most valuable resource, the honey. They approach each beehive with respect and reverence, treating the entire honey-gathering process almost like a spiritual ritual. Even the bee stings are accepted as a necessary part of the journey, almost as if it's a tribute to the bees for sharing their treasure. Now, if you're picturing the Hadza pulling out a box of matches, let me stop you right there. That's not their style. The Hadza are absolute masters when it comes to starting fires, and they do it the way the ancestors have done for thousands of years. They use two simple pieces of wood. One is a dry, sturdy base, and the other is a slim stick. First, they gather some dry grass or leaves, placing them on the wood base. Then they rapidly spin the stick between their hands, almost like they're rubbing their hands together on a cold day. The friction from this motion starts to generate heat, and before you know it, a tiny spark emerges. With just a gentle blow, that spark ignites the dry grass, and just like that, a fire is born, no modern tools required. How cool would it feel to create fire with just your bare hands? It's like unlocking a primal survival skill, something most of us only see on TV survival shows. Meanwhile, we're sitting here frustrated when a lighter doesn't work on the first try. For the hadza, this is a finely tuned craft passed down through generations. Watching them make fire is almost like witnessing a dance, showing us just how dependent we've become on modern technology. Another fascinating tradition of the Hadza people is their unique practice of smoking something known as taco. Now, before you start thinking about the delicious Mexican food, let's clarify. This taco is a special blend of wild tobacco and other local plants, crafted using a process that's simple yet highly effective. The Hadza gather wild tobacco leaves, which they carefully dry and grind into a fine powder. This powder is then combined with ashes from various other plants, resulting in a mixture that they either roll into leaves or smoke through rustic handmade pipes. What's really intriguing is the way they smoke it sitting together around a warm fire, passing the pipe from one person to the next. For the Hadza, smoking taco isn't just about relaxation. It's a time for bonding, sharing stories, and deepening relationships within the group. Now, you might be wondering, does it taste good? Well, let's just say it's an acquired taste, definitely not like biting into your favorite taco. Have you ever been curious about how the Hadza people dress? Well, their clothing is as fascinating as their culture, practical and perfectly suited for life on the vast African savanna. They typically wear garments made from the skins of the animals they hunt. These animal skins are carefully treated and tailored to provide protection from the harsh elements, all while allowing them the mobility they need for hunting and gathering. Men usually wear short skirts fashioned from animal hides, while women tend to wear longer skirts, sometimes adding kepis or shawls to shield themselves from the blazing sun or the chill of the night air. Their clothing is functional, but not adorned with many accessories. However, you might notice simple necklaces crafted from natural materials like seeds, beads, or small shells. These pieces aren't just for decoration, they often carry significant symbolic meanings in Hadza culture. Music and dance are the heartbeats of their community. Their love for singing and dancing comes alive, especially at night around the warmth of a communal fire. The dances are energetic and involve all generations. In the Hadza tribe of Tanzania, education is nothing like what we typically imagine. There are no classrooms, no textbooks, and no formal lessons. Instead, learning takes place in the heart of nature. From the time they can walk, Hadza children learn by observing and imitating the adults around them, immersed in the daily rhythms of survival. For the boys, this means shadowing the men on hunts. They learn the ancient art of handling bows and arrows, how to track animals, and the skill of moving silently through the dense forests. By the time they reach their teenage years, many of them are already adept hunters. And meanwhile, the girls follow the women, gathering fruits, digging up roots, and identifying medicinal plants essential for the tribe's well-being. Beyond these practical skills, storytelling and song are a vital part of Hadza education. Around the evening fire, the elders share tales that entertain and, more importantly, pass down critical knowledge, traditions, and values. Today, the Hadza people are facing significant challenges. For centuries, the Hadza roamed freely, hunting and gathering on vast expanses of land. But now much of that land is being converted into farms, pushing the Hadza to adapt to new and unfamiliar realities. Many have found creative ways to preserve their traditions, even in the face of external pressures. With the help of various support organizations and conservation groups, efforts are being made to protect their land and maintain their cultural practices. The loss of land to agriculture is not just a local issue. It's estimated that over 65% of the world's land is being used for farming, and indigenous groups like the Hadza are often caught in the crawford development and conservation. But with continued support and collaboration, there is hope that the Hadza's traditions will endure. As we close this incredible journey into the lives of the Hadzabe tribe, it's clear that their way of life is unlike anything most of us have ever experienced. From hunting monkeys in the wild to managing families with multiple wives, the Hadzabe people offer a glimpse into a world where ancient traditions and survival go hand in hand. Their connection with nature, their resourcefulness, and their deep cultural values are both fascinating and humbling. In a world that's rapidly modernizing, the Hadzabe tribe stands as a reminder of how humans have lived in harmony with their environment for thousands of years. If this look into the Hadzabe tribe's unique lifestyle has captivated you, don't stop here. There are countless more adventures, cultures, and hidden stories waiting to be explored, so make sure to hit that like button, share this video with others who love learning about rare cultures, and subscribe to our channel to stay tuned for more incredible journeys. Your support helps us continue bringing these extraordinary stories to life, and we can't wait to have you along for our next adventure.